What now? What are you getting at? Hey, I wouldn't be falling behind if you didn't start running off for somewhere without telling me. But, hey, anything that'll help us stay together is a plus in my book. I mean, which is me in this case. Now, don't go overusing this, okay? I personally get a little nauseous whenever I teleport. Nothing like a goose chase around the whole damned province. The Tale of the Great Moth Priest Hunt. Not something I'd want to read. Wait, how about the Tale of the Goose Chase around Skyrim? Let's just get this over and done with. Skyrim's a big place, so it might take some time to say the least before we find the priest. I'm no fan of the sun. It's better than this. The short end of the stick. So, what's on your mind? Ugh, please don't treat me like a pack mule. Right behind you.
Need a ride? It's one of them Imperial scholars, right? I got enough troubles on my mind. Can't help you, friend. I might remember better if my pockets weren't so light. Oh yeah, I remember your Moth priest now. He wanted me to take him out to Drakenbridge, but I told him it ain't one of my stops. I can take you to any of the hold camp. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Wow. You really gotta hand it to the divines. Vern truly is beautiful. Miles better than Cold Harbor, that's for sure. Let's move faster. The sun is... It's not great for my skin, if you know what I mean. Hey, prisoner.
Don't like those eyes you've got. A Moth priest? I'm sorry, but I don't know anything about that. Try asking one of the guards. All right, then. Seen some... I grew up an orphan on the streets of Markarth. I'd have died there, too, but for the kindness of an old warrior named Logrolf the Bent. Logrolf rescued me and gave me enough money to get out of the city. I followed the Karth River north and came here. When I met Michelle, I knew this is where I belonged. I suppose that's it, really. Of course. Every night I pray that we don't get a visit from a dragon or that two armies don't show up to fight over the bridge. You ask if I'm worried. I'm terrified, if you want the truth of it. But I have to stay strong for my wife and children. Both the Imperials and Stormcloaks have sent riders this way, scouting the bridge and the lands nearby. They stayed at the inn but didn't pay. They said soldiers don't need to pay because they're risking their lives to protect us. And that's not all. They took a heap of our lumber, and one tried to have his way with my daughter. They think they can do whatever they want. Farewell.
You must be lost. The tavern is down the road a piece. There ought to be a law against them. Citizen?
I'm hoping to run my own inn someday.
Take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over. Fate is the name. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. They say Falion of Morthal has studied vampires, Draugr, and all matter of undead. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Hey, even I can get tired every now and then. Finally, a place to just relax. So, what
Let
do
me
you
know if
want to
there's
talk
anything
about?
else you need.
Oh? What is it? Now that I think of it, there is. What brings you to Skyrim? I'm sorry to hear that. Skyrim, as I've learned, isn't much better than a... I'm
Miss
not
Vida,
the
may I
most
ask you a
powerful mage.
Of course,
But I think
Julianne.
we both
What's on your
know I can
mind?
hold my own in just
What
about
do you do
any
when a
fight.
customer can't afford to pay for a meal or a drink?
Since my customers are mostly local, I just knock on their front doors the next day.
What now? Honestly, I've thought about using illusion magic to make me seem more... alive. I just want people to... At least I don't have to worry about that around... Oh! Nice outfit. At least you'll keep up. Hey, so... As an Argonian, can you really breathe underwater indefinitely? That's pretty overpowered. In my case, even as a vampire, I can't stay underwater. At least not for too long. Contrary to what you might think, us vampires, at least daughters of Cold Harbor like me,
Mind you,
even
don't
as we're
forget to sweep up,
undead,
Julianne.
or
Floor's
however you
looking a bit
put it,
dusty.
we still have
won't
regular
forget.
bodily
Do it
functions as
after I get
normal
the dishes
mortals
cleaned.
do. Except,
You've been working
we're
hard
now
lately.
sensitive
You'll
to
make a fine
sunlight,
innkeeper
and
someday.
really just eat blood to sustain
Now you
ourselves.
will.
Nothing like a goose chase around. I was just thinking about a... He supposed... Isn't our soul... Or perhaps it's something else. Or a combination of things. Just some food for thought. Do you need something? Ugh, please don't treat me like a pack mule. Well, I'm here if you need me.
What do you need?
I'm hoping to run my own inn someday.
What could it mean? The return of the Dragonborn? And who among us could possibly hold that honor? And such power? Ah, so that was a Moth priest then. He rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers. They didn't stop, just headed south across the Dragon Bridge. All right then.
So, how are you feeling? Yeah, definitely. I'm still a bit dazed from everything. It probably isn't easy for you, after all. And these tales... But I can tell you're tired. What do you... Alright, let's head on over. Dragonborn. So what's next for our adventures? Who's there? That's enough out of you. Rocks and valleys, crevices and hiding places. This is the kind of place where hermits and fanatics I'm calling it. You have my back, and
If you think I'll help you, you're mistaken. By the Divines, it's as if my eyes have been opened. I am blinded by the light of your majesty. I must obey you. What would you have of me, master? Certainly. Where can I find this castle? I will set out at once, then.
I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already. Yes, Dragonborn? I read this book once. It had of course, it was so silly, too. The vampire glowed in the sun. Whoever came up with that hogwash. I'm no fan of the sun, but it would be better than this.
Well done. Somehow I knew it would be you who found our Moth priest. Yes, I see that. I trust his capture was not too difficult a task.
What meeting?
I wish I could have been there to hear the sounds of their screams. Well, your thrall awaits, and we have given him the Elder Scroll. Command him to read it, and let us hear the words of prophecy together.
Life here has many advantages.
Master, I have done as you asked and traveled here. Of course. What is it that you need me to do? Ah, yes, the Elder Scroll. I admit, I am looking forward to this. Of course, Master. Now, if everyone will please be quiet, I must concentrate. I see a vision before me. An image of a great bow. I know this weapon. It is Oriel's bow. Now a voice whispers, saying, among the night's children, a dread lord will rise. In an age of strife, when dragons return to the realm of men, darkness will mingle with light, and the night and the day will be as one. The voice fades and the words begin to shimmer and distort. But wait, there is more here. The secret of the bow's power is written elsewhere. I think there is more to the prophecy, recorded in other scrolls. Yes, I see them now. One contains the ancient secrets of the dragons, and the other speaks of the potency of ancient blood. My vision darkens, and I see no more. To know the complete prophecy, we must have the other two scrolls.
That was not as useful as I would have liked. Even so, you did well. My traitor wife stole one of them away and then disappeared. As for the other, the last that I heard, it was lost in the bowels of a Dwemer ruin. It seems our work is not yet done. But I have waited this long, and we are so very close now. I can wait a bit longer.
Do you have a moment to talk? That Moth priest, Dexian, he said we needed 2 other Elder Scrolls. I think I know where we can start looking. Didn't want that lot getting wind of it, especially my father. Ever since he decided to make that prophecy his calling, we kind of drifted apart. I don't even think he sees me as his daughter anymore. I'm just a means to an end. We need to find my mother, Valerica. She'll definitely know where it is, and if we're lucky, she actually has it herself. The last time I saw her, she said that she'd go somewhere safe, somewhere that my father would never search. Other than that, she wouldn't tell me anything, but the way she said it, someplace he would never search. It was very cryptic, yet she called attention to it. Maybe. What I can't figure out is why she said it that way. Besides, I can't imagine a single place my father would avoid looking. And he's had all this time, too. Any ideas? Wait, that almost makes sense. I used to help my mother tend a garden in the castle courtyard here. All of the ingredients for our potions came from there. She used to say that my father couldn't stand the place. Too peaceful. Oh, absolutely. But my mother's not a coward. That is, I don't think we'll actually trip over her there. But it's worth a look. Trust me. I lived here for a very long time, and I know every nook and cranny. There's an unused inlet on the northern side of the island that was used by the previous owners to bring supplies to the castle. An old escape tunnel from the castle exists there. I think that's our way in. Come on, it's just around the side.
I am but your humble servant, my lord. I am but your humble servant, my lord.
There's plenty for all.
So far, I think. Thanks. Yeah, actually. No one's ever been so genuine with me. At least, in a while. I was lonely most of my childhood. My mother, at least for a time, was the only friend I really had. And then that prophecy came along. I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my chest. No, not really. For now, at least. This is getting a little awkward. I think I have a sudden urge to feed on something. Gods, I am a terrible liar. Alright, I have to say it now. Here goes. I've come to really care about you. I just wanted you to know that. I'm glad to hear that. Let's get going then. Yeah, just this bend. Castle looks so big from down here. I mean, it is big, but, well, even bigger. Who's there? Ah, close quarters it is then. Calling it. This one's in the bag. Not very impressive. Weapons up. I sense it. I'm not someone to be trifled with. Who's there? Knew it. Ah! one to be trifled with. This leads out to the courtyard. Just head for the door.